Welcome to Week 8 Excel module, in where you will be doing a dollar merchandise plan, which includes on order and open to buy for the fall winter season for a women's shoe store. So you're going to be using the Excel sheet, and there's two Excel file, and there's two worksheets. And the first worksheet is designed that you can actually print out and fill in to help you understand the concept. But you don't have to do that, but that's why it's designed this way, so you can print it out and just fill it in. But it has your planned figures. 24 million is for the season. You have last year's sales, which was 23.5. You have your monthly breakdown. Sales percentage to total has been determined already. You have to determine planned sales, which have to add up to 24 million because that's what you're planning for the season. You have your stock to sales ratio, which is your hint that you do the stock to sales ratio format, not the basic stock, to determine your BOM stocks. You have markdown percentage to sales. You determine planned markdowns, and you can do your totals for your BOMs and your markdowns. You have memo figures for February, which is the first month of the next season. This is your hint that you need to use this to determine end of month stock for the last month of the season, which would be January. So your AMMs go here. Determine total markdown dollar, total stock, which is BOM. Markdown percentage to sales, you get your total markdown, and then you have to determine of the total dollar markdown, what is the markdown percentage for the season. So you're going to take your total markdown and you divide by your net sales, which would be your 24 million, and that would give you your percentage for the season. Average stock would be the average stock for BOM. So add up all your BOMs plus the EOM the last month and divide by 7, and then determine your turnover rate. Your initial markup is 65%. With all these determined, you can do your planned purchases or receipts at retail. So it's your planned sales plus EOM plus markdown minus minus BOM. Okay, so you're going to do that at retail. Then at cost, you're going to take your planned purchase at retail and you're going to multiply that by the cost complement. So you would multiply that by 100% minus 65%. And open to buy at retail, you're going to take your planned purchases at retail and you're going to subtract on order, which you have here. That gives you open to buy at retail. And then at cost would be taking your open to buy at retail and you multiply that by the cost complement, or 100% minus 65% in this case, and that would give you open to buy at cost. So you're going to take your first worksheet, which is your Excel template, and you're going to rename it Shoe Store Plan. So right click on the tab, rename Shoe Store Plan. That's what you're instructed to do. You can go ahead and put your name on the buyer's name. Just put your name on there. Season is fall. Now, if you notice the months, it's a template, so you can use it for either season, but we're doing fall, so go ahead and remove the spring season months. And you can either write out the month or just leave it abbreviated. Also, what you see here is that you have two columns, actual and plan. You do not have actual from last year. It's assumed that we've already talked it over. You don't have them. So you're going to leave this one blank except for net season sales from last year because it's 23.5 million. So you go ahead and put that on there. But everything else will be for plan. But what I recommend is that you put the planned season sales, do your percent increase, and then go ahead and do your plan, and then you can go back and determine and have all your totals, like total reductions, total retail, etc. In terms of percent increase, this year minus last year divided by last year. So you're going to take, again, parentheses. You're going to do equal sign, parentheses, this year minus last year, parentheses, divided by last year. Okay, so that's going to give you your percentage. And then you're going to do your planned sales. So I recommend that you go to your original worksheet and go ahead and link your percentages. So have your planned sales percentages. Make sure that they're formatted as percentages with 2 spaces after the decimal point. Once you're done with that, you can select them all and do auto sum, and it will add up to 100%. Then for your planned sales, you can go ahead and take your season's planned sales, so equal sign, and your 24 million, and then you can multiply that by your plan percentage for that month. And then you can go ahead and take that and then have that be for the other months as well. Okay, so make sure you have two spaces after the decimal point and continue on. BOM stock, you put in your stock to sales ratio. Remember, you're going to keep these rows blank for last year. There's no last year's numbers. Leave those blank. Put the stock to sales ratio, and the formula for your planned BOM stock would be planned sales times your stock to sales ratio, which would be put here, and that would give you your planned BOM stock. Okay. For your reductions, you're going to go ahead and put your planned percentage, markdown percentage. Then your formula would be planned sales times the markdown percentage. Okay, and again, continue on, and you can have your total auto sum there. EOM stock is the BOM of the next month. So the BOM of the next month should go here, BOM, BOM, BOM. The only problem would be January, and it's not really a problem because you got the memo where they're giving you sales and stock to sales ratio, so you can determine the BOM for February, which would be the EOM for January. Planned purchases, don't worry about revised or actual. Planned purchases, you don't have last year, leave it blank. Planned this year, the formula is planned sales plus planned markdowns plus EOM minus BOM. Okay, so you do that for all of them. And planned purchases at retail, once you have them at retail, at cost would be planned purchases at retail times the cost complement. So you're going to take planned purchases at retail and you're going to multiply and you're going to put parentheses and you're going to do parentheses 100% minus 65%. Okay, so multiply that, and that gives you planned purchases at cost. And on order, you're going to go ahead and put the on order. Don't worry about at cost. You're just going to do on order. Okay. At cost, it's just taking the on order at retail and multiplying it by the cost complement, by the way, and that's how you get it at cost. Open to buy would be your planned purchases at retail. So make sure you don't look at this. You look at this. And you're going to go ahead and multiply for open to buy at retail, you're going to take your planned purchases at retail and subtract on order at retail. Okay. Then open to buy at cost would be taking your open to buy at retail, and you're going to go ahead and multiply that by the cost complement, or 100% minus 65%. And that would fill out your chart, your table. Then once you do that, you can go ahead and determine average retail stock, stock turnover, average monthly sales, etc. You do not calculate operating expenses, profit, or GMROI. Okay, so don't worry about these. You leave these blank. Okay. Lastly, you're going to be doing a table, a chart, and you're going to be using your planned sales. So I'm just going to do some quick numbers here, just making some numbers up. So these are not numbers for your 6-month plan, just making them up. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to be doing a sales curve, okay, which is one of the things you did for your homework. So I'm going to determine my planned sales for the months, and I'm going to do insert, and I'm going to do a column or a bar graph. And it's going to show you a sales curve of which of your planned monthly sales. So just a couple of things on your chart. Make sure that you entitle it Shoe Store Sales Curve or just Sales Curve. So you just click on the title and go ahead and rename it Sales Curve or Shoe Store Sales Curve. You also want to make sure that the months are underneath. So when you right click and select data, you're going to go ahead and edit the horizontal axis, and then you're going to go ahead and select your months. Okay, click OK, and there you have it. Mine's showing both because I haven't cleaned it up. Yours will be cleaned up, so no worries there. Sorry, just clicked on that. Once you're done with that, and you can pick whatever color you want, you're going to go ahead and move the sheet. So you're going to move chart, and it's going to get it to a new sheet. So it's going to be a whole new worksheet, and you're going to name it Shoe Store Sales Curve. And click OK. See, and it gets its own worksheet. Okay. So you can fill this out, if you print it out and fill it out, but fill it out on Excel and going ahead and doing your table, your 6-month plan, and your chart. Make sure that it is in correct order. So it should be the initial worksheet, then you should have your 6-month plan, and then you should have your sales curve chart in this order, please. And any other sheets can be deleted. Okay. And once you're done, you upload and submit in an Excel file. Okay. Thank you so much for listening.